I know I'm sure you've told me this, but what do you do?
Oh, I do all kinds of things, like lifestyle. I'm into the lifestyle business.
Yeah.
So I travel quite a fair bit to actually look for the up and coming brands and to see if they're potential enough to bring it into Southeast Asia.
All right. So
It could be retail, it could be F&B, or it could also be property development.
All right. So would you be acting as a go-between in that?
Yeah, it's more like that.
Okay. In terms of English,
Yes.
as a percentage of your day, both personal and professional life, what percentage is your English?
English, I think I command most of the time in English.
Okay.
And I would say 100%. And no doubt, Mandarin is also another very important language, which I'm also not giving up, and I'm still practicing on it. Yeah, I mean, English is still one of the universal language that you can deny it.
Okay. So if you didn't know English, what drawbacks would you have?
I think I would have don't have the self-confidence, and I don't dare to speak up. And I always feel that whether the English that I'm speaking, is it correct and is it understandable to you? So I always have got this, even back in those days, because I was from a Chinese school. So I always feel that, am I speaking the words that you understand, what I'm trying to say? So I always have got those days. But after a while, when I mix with all my friends, I don't really care how do people think about me, and I just carry on practice and practice. I think at the end of the day, lesson is one thing to take up the courses, but you have to really speak and to learn. You can't feel shy to learn a language. The language is not something that you can study. It's a day-to-day practice. So yeah.
Okay. What about in the business world?
Okay.
You mentioned that you use Chinese a lot. So again, can you give us a percentage of, in your business life, how much is in English?
English, I would say 100%, because I travel to Spanish. I have a lot of Spanish friends, and most of the time I can't speak Spanish, so I have no choice but to speak to them in English. So it helps as well. And when I'm in China, I have no choice but I have to communicate with them in Chinese. So the Chinese people, they perceive me can speak few languages, they will feel you're superior a little bit. And I think if a Malaysian can actually speak few languages, I think the demand for the company who hire you, the chances is higher, rather than you can only speak for one language. So I think it's a bonus for us to speak few languages.
Okay. If you were to come back to the British Council, what would you like from a course? What would your ideal course be?
I would really looking for a really business writing course, and not so much of presentation, but I think business writing is one of my key, and I think I really need to buck up on that.
What do you mean by business writing?
Writing business languages, and very formally.
Such as
The lesson that I had with you, it could be better or could be more advanced on what I've learned before. So yeah, I'm looking at those. Something like news writing, those kind of things. Yeah.
Okay, so things like press releases,
press release,
circulars, memos.
Exactly. Like when you flip to the newspaper business section, those kind of writing under business section.
Oh, they are all copy and paste from press releases.
Yeah, you know exactly, right?
Get the Edge, get the Financial Daily, it's exactly the same.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of copy and paste.
Loads. I mean, a lot of lazy people. But it also shows that the marketing is understanding enough of the audience to be able to write an article for them.
So I've always got impressed by those writers that can manage to write the kind of business writing. So I mean, when it comes to business writing, you talk about, all your, you call that terminology, right? All the terms, it's all about business. So when it comes to writing about architecture, so all the things falls under architecture terms. So I'm actually looking for those.
So kind of specialist.
Yeah, how do you improve from there? So I still do not, because I'm a bit of everything, you see. So in order to master one, it's really difficult.
Yeah, I think that's one of the problems that we have, because very often in a typical class,
Yeah, exactly.
we've got people from the banking sector, we've got people from design, people from medical supplies,
Yeah.
so it's about trying to find a common theme. And yeah, that is a bit difficult.
Yeah, a bit difficult. So I think at the end, it's still the day-to-day language is easier for everyone to understand. So you try not to complicate the whole issue. Just like you and I now, we talk the common language,
Exactly.
not the business term.
Yeah, I speak a few languages, you speak a few languages.
Exactly, yeah.
But we both speak English.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Do you keep in touch with any of the classmates?
Not so much.
Not so much.
I mean, I don't know what to follow with them. Besides, I mean, we don't have any homework from now on.
Yeah.
So maybe later if I need their help or maybe need their business.
All right, so it's good networking opportunity, certainly.
Yeah, it is.
All right. What? It's been now about 6, 7, even 8 months since you did the course. What sticks in your mind the most?
I think those email writing that you taught me, it really helps a lot. The opening the email, how do you create, and you must put it very diplomatic of how you start off with a sentence rather than you just condemn the person right away from the email. So I actually learned from that. You also learn how to say no in a very diplomatic way, things like that. Yeah. I really keep that in mind all the time. And in fact, after my colleague has seen me write has some improvement on my email, they say British Council really works on you, and they can see some improvement on me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So of course now they are using me as a reference point in the company. Okay, go ahead and check with Kenneth, how you want to write it. So they will still come back to me and ask me to go through it, see is it too harsh. Because some emails, when you're writing it, you don't feel whether you are whether it is offensive or not. So you have to really put it into a nice way to actually tell someone things like that.
Yeah, I must admit, I've kind of got used to it now in Malaysia. Whenever I go into a shop, I ask about something, they have this product. Very often they will say no. And if I was in the UK, I'd think, oh my God, you are so rude.
Exactly, yeah.
But I know they don't mean it, but it's just as a foreigner, I take this tone, I take this word in this way.
I agree with you.
Obviously it should be, sorry sir, unfortunately we're out of stock for that. Can I interest you in? Okay Kenneth, that is pretty much
That's all.
everything I need, unless there's anything else you'd like to mention.
Nothing else I can say much, because I think from day one when I first joined British Council, and then you were the only teacher that, you were my first teacher, and of course you gave me a very memorable throughout the semester, and the things that you have taught us, and I've been using it daily. From time to time, I still try to use some idioms to talk to some of my friends. It helps, you see. So, yeah, this is something where I can't forget. It's something that I've learned. So I will always value you as my good teacher.
Good job I'm not on camera. You're blushing away.
No, serious.
Oh, thank you so much, Kenneth. All right.